All right, test.
I'm gonna try to take my shit out of my pocket. I have my wallet in my pocket and I low-key feel it.
Recording.
Hold on. Let me pop my neck. Oof.
All right.
And whenever you do your responses, where do you look? At the lens of the camera? Or I guess I could just talk to you.
It don't matter, to be honest. I wouldn't worry about that. You're just naturally loud. All right, what's up, everybody? Hello, everybody. I got FOURSEVEN here. He's actually a good friend of mine. He's a producer. He's an editor. He's a whatever you want to call him, man.
I'm everything. I want to do it all, actually.
Oh, fuck. It's currently like, what, 11 p.m.? This is the 17th interview. This is like the last time you're going to see us here doing interviews right here. But first things first on the real list, I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, what's up,
What's your
AddyGoat?
favorite smell?
My favorite smell?
Yeah, what's your favorite smell?
Actually, I really like the smell of incense. Like, I work at the hospital right now, not for long. I got a plan.
You see a lot of dead people?
I do see a lot of dead people. I have to move dead people to the morgue and everything. And
Are you walking them to their death?
Yeah, I walk them to their death, but then I feel like I try to like touch their body and think, don't curse me, bless me, you know, because I don't want them to be mad that they died and like curse
They're
me.
gonna hover over you and
Yeah, be like, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I just turned 20 this year. Well, not just. I got like a couple more months until my next birthday next year. So I'm 20 years old and I'm already doing it all.
Oh shit. What are you doing right now? Like, what are you working on?
So I got a couple plans in mind. I just wrote some down, and any advice to anybody out there? I mean, if I had any advice to anybody out there, I would say journal, especially if your mind is fucking crazy like mine, runs around, you know, you talk loud, even in your internal voice. It's kind of hard to like decide, okay, yes, I want to do this, but what do I want to do? Especially whenever you have like all these different interests just jumping at you, you know. At first, whenever I was growing up, I wanted to do YouTube, and I was sure that I was going to be a famous YouTuber. And I every day edited videos, recorded videos, super cringy. I learned how to graphic design just because I wanted to do the thumbnails of my videos, like I told you before. But my plans right now are, well, I just made 3 accounts on Instagram. One is to put my graphic designs on, like my archives.
Yeah.
So that if I do want to make some extra money to invest in my music, I can have a portfolio on Instagram. And then I'm also making a magazine about psychology, spiritual, you know, mentality, a bunch of different things. Like, it's hard to explain it. I still haven't pinpointed like a good summarized description of this magazine, but it's going to be insane.
Well, a lot of the artists that I have on here all the time, they always talk about the struggle of working
mentality, yeah.
So I feel like someone does need to make.
Yeah, so I'm trying to study the science behind procrastination, flow state, manifestation. Even to all you people out there that don't believe in manifestation and think, oh, just work hard. Yes, working hard is a part of it. I mean, working hard is a part of it, but I always ask people this question: do you think you'll be a millionaire? And the response I get every time, almost every time, is no. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I guess, you know, people don't really want to think further, want to put themselves in the best position, and they're already comfortable in the position that they're in.
Yeah.
But like, it's like so dumb obvious that the first step to becoming a millionaire is to think that you have the ability to make $1 million. And it's not even about the money. It's about, you know, if you're happy, and about fulfilling everything that wants to be fulfilled inside of you, you know? Because I got a lot of different fulfillments. Like, all the time I get a new one, and I'm like, fuck, I have to do this before I die. And, you know, I don't want to spend my whole life worrying even, like, you know, trying so hard to do things. I just want to have a set plan and work day by day, piece by piece, you know, step by step, until things kind of build. Because I don't think that with my success at least, I don't think that I would like it to happen fast, or like just one click and oh shit, I'm famous, I blew up, all these people have all these eyes on me. You know, like I want to take my time and actually learn what I want to do. Like learn everything, music production, graphic designing in general, like in different like areas like fashion design, building design. I wanted to go to school for architecture one day to learn.
Right now, what would you say to be the best at?
Right now, music production.
Music production, but you do, so you, okay, I like that you want to do a lot of things, but I can, for someone who wants to do everything, it's hard to take the time to do one thing at a time and just learn.
Yeah.
What do you think like inspires you to actually just get up and fucking just keep doing shit, even though you don't get paid to do it?
What inspires me is just, I guess it's just the feeling, you know?
Yeah.
I don't
that
even,
feeling.
yeah, it's like just the feeling. It's not like I'm doing, at first, you know, maybe it was a little bit of like, maybe if I do this and it looks cool, I would get some external validation or like make my mom proud or something. And I still do want to make my mom proud because like it's taking longer than I expected, but that's okay now, to me at least,
That's
you know?
exactly with me too.
You know, it's like, it's okay now to me because I understand like things shouldn't happen right away. You know, why would we choose to live this life? I believe that we chose to live this life. Why would we do it if it was just like, think of something, it appears? Like there's no fulfillment in that,
Right.
you know? It's like after a while, you're just gonna be like, damn, this sucks. I bet you
just get
anybody,
bored of it.
yeah, anybody who had the ability to just make stuff appear and make things happen just right away would probably get bored and like start feeling like mentally ill, like depression and anxiety, and then start having that, what's it called whenever existential crisis, because they'd probably be like, I have everything, you know, like, oh, you know, what else is there to do?
Right.
But like I just feel like life is like a video game, you know? Like obviously you're not gonna play a video game that you already have everything. It's like you get fulfillment in completing small tasks to get to like a bigger area. Even at that, you know, you get fulfillment in the experience. Like for example, like I don't really play video games, so I don't know much about them, but like if I were to like compare it to anything like Grand Theft Auto Online, I'm pretty sure you still have to, you know, get money.
It's sort of like when I was at the skate park, there was one guy that was there, he busted his knee open, and I said, well, what's the fun if there's no pain?
Oh yeah, exactly. And I tell
Like-
people that all the time. Like I tell people, because now I realize how fun it is to do shit that's
It really
scary.
is a challenge, yeah.
You know-
to have to gain the courage to do something.
Yeah, because like, I want to go skydiving eventually, bungee jumping, and you know, hopefully in the future I could do something with that in terms of like content creation or just like making videos. Like I want to put more videos of me out there so people can kind of get a feel for like my personality.
So you're
You know?
Adrian at what age? What age did you even, before you started anything, doing any of this stuff?
Like how old was I whenever I
like
started?
when you started Adrian B rapping, which that's the other.
Oh shit, don't say that. Don't say that.
Adrian B rap?
Oh my god. Okay. I was like,
So you were
I was probably 11.
11, right?
I was like 11 years old, you know.
We're
I mean, at
basically
first,
fucking same.
before that, you know, years before that, probably at like 7 or 8, I was on Vine. You know, I would make stupid little vines, but
So you're 11, you decided you wanted to make goofy content. And what was the motivation to get famous, or?
I guess, you know, it's so weird because I feel like all of my experiences have helped me grow. But whenever I was little, I was fat and I was ugly and shit. And I'm like, you know, like people would bully me all the time and I never really cared. Like there's something in my mind that made me think that it was funny that I was getting bullied, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I was introduced to like Michael, Sarah, and Jonah Hill at like a very young age. Like fat people were always funny to me. And I would look at myself in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm fat. If I was funny, I could be famous and rich, you know? And also I think it was a little bit to do with like, whenever people at school would like bully me, I didn't care. They'd be like, you're a fat ass, you know, this, that. And I didn't care about it. So I wanted to like go online and be fat on purpose. Not on purpose, obviously. But like be fat and show the world that I'm fat so that nobody locally could be like, you're fat and make me like think anything different of myself,
Okay.
you know?
So what was the first ever video you posted online?
You remember yours?
I remember mine.
What is yours?
Mine was I made a Five Nights at Freddy's Minecraft thing.
Hello everybody, my name is Glitchcow4.
For real?
Yeah.
I think the first video I know what first video I posted. I posted a singing video of me singing Moana.
Can remember never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter.
Like,
Okay, so it went from that to now this,
yeah.
and that's kind of insane that just from wanting to post.
Growth,
you
yeah.
singing- yeah, the growth of it.
You know, and I think it's like I wanted to do it so bad, like YouTube. And I don't know why. I guess I just always, since I was little, I always thought it'd be cool if I was famous.
It's interesting because when you and me were little, we didn't really think about it like, oh, I need to gain the courage to do this. We just kind of
Did it, right? And you
Yeah.
know what? It's crazy because some days I struggle with like, you know, getting on my computer and doing anything. And it's so wild to me that my old self, my younger self, Adrian B. Rapping self, was like, get on the, like record a video, like literally have the whole idea in mind, record it, edit it, make a thumbnail and everything in the same night. Like I never took more than one day on a video, which is crazy.
So are you more of the type of guy to, when you finish something, are you just relieved that it's done, or do you feel like accomplished when it's finished?
At first, whenever I was making YouTube videos when I was little, I don't even think I had any of those feelings. I don't think I had the feeling of like,
Yeah, especially when we were
finally,
little.
you
Yeah,
know?
we just kind of made things.
I don't think I
That's
was
what I
like,
did.
I don't think I was like, finally, shit, it's done. Or I don't think I was
Yeah.
stressed out about it. I just edited it, you know?
Well, really.
But now, you
yeah,
know,
but what does it feel like now?
now, in some areas, it's like feeling a little bit, you know, well, no, I don't think I've ever been like, finally, this shit's over, you know, like, because everything that I try to create is things that I'm proud of. So whenever I finish it, I just feel like,
So you do feel a sort of like.
I feel like
achievement.
accomplished.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
accomplished.
even if I'm producing a whole instrumental that's beautiful, that no one's ever gonna hear because I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like most of the times, I'll just produce just because I like, you know, producing. Like I'll get off of work and I'll be like, put on my headphones, you know, go through sounds, go through samples, just try random stuff and then put stuff together and I think it sounds cool. And then, you know, I guess I don't really do it for validation most times. I just do it because it's like, I think it's cool. I think it's fun, you know?
I think it's sort of, for me, it's more of like an identity thing. Like if I don't do this, then what am I? You know,
Oh,
what can I
shit.
provide to the world, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess, you know, you should always be thinking that like everybody should have a purpose, because if you don't have a purpose, then what's the purpose of living, you know? Like,
I think that's the beautiful thing about life is you can make your own purpose.
yeah, exactly. And, you know, the other day I was at Whataburger and this random kid was like, he gave me my food and I was like, so what do you want to do in life or whatever, right? And he was like, I don't know. And then it just
Exactly,
clicked.
bro.
No,
yes,
and it clicked.
I'd be asking people, they say the same shit.
And it
I don't-
clicked
I don't
in
know
my
what you're
head.
talking about.
It clicked in my head. I'm like, bro, if you don't know what you want to do, you're just gonna stay in the same spot. And
Was he the
you
manager?
know, he was just a regular employee, but he was like happy, you know, like so simple-minded, just like probably gonna be working that job forever. Probably
okay.
doesn't really like it, but no, it's just, I guess, you know, I guess we need people like that for this world to function properly. I mean, in this economy, this horrible economy right now, but like, it just blows my mind that some people don't have any inspirations or ambitions or anything. You know, some people don't even listen to music or watch TV and stuff, but they don't listen to music and they don't create anything. It's just like work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, and it's like,
Yeah.
I guess, but I would like to experience. I think experiencing things is like such a beautiful thing, you know?
So what would you say is your plan going on from right now?
Going on from
you
right now.
came in for the interview, you told me like, I got it. I got the plan.
Yeah, okay. So my plan is so there's a lot of things that I feel like I should take the time out of my day to like just learn and get better at, like in music production, design, everything. Like there's a lot of things that I'm aware that I'm not too good at, or that I don't even know what the science or like the method is to what I'm doing. I just do things until it sounds good in my ears.
Right.
But there's like, I barely know how compression works a little bit. I barely know how EQ works. I just listen with my ears and do that. But like all of these different music things that I feel like if I knew just the basics of it, I could still be creative and still use my ear, but actually get towards a better sounding place faster, you know?
You're like a scientist when it comes to quantum physics. Like,
Yeah.
it's this, and we don't know why. I think one artist told me like, whatever sounds good, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But
it sucks when you're making music and you're just fiddling.
and you don't know what the problem is, right?
Yes,
but
exactly.
the thing
You're looking for
is,
that problem.
the thing is like, if I don't know anything, like if I want to do something but I don't know how to, it's very possible to learn to know how
It's
to.
a very
you know?
powerful thing, actually. If you think about it, right? If you don't know what any of this shit does and you just go all out, ball all out, then you might create something totally out of the box.
Yeah.
But, however, if you, I don't know,
But you can
learn
still
how to read
create.
music and then you learn the fundamentals of it, then you're thinking inside of that box of like, okay, so this needs to be like this, needs to be so it's like,
But you can.
I would
still-
want to learn like the fundamentals just like you, but also have that mindset of I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, no. But I feel like you can still do that. Like you can still know the fundamentals and then be creative with it.
Right.
It's not like you're gonna lose creativity. The only way you will lose creativity is if you want to like do everything perfect and you don't think that it sounds right. Like it doesn't sound. It sounds good like for other people to listen to, but you feel like there's more that you would like to hear in it.
Yeah.
But you can just do it, you know, like just knowing the basics and building on it and being more creative will get you to a better place, like in your mixes and in your life, way better than just trying to do it, you know, because where's the plan, where's the structure, you know, you have to have some sort of foundation to build on. And that's what I've kind of learned. Like whenever you said what I'm doing, basically I want to build 3 different Instagram accounts. I guess only 2. One of them is for my magazine that I'm gonna make, and I want to do. The only reason I want to make this magazine is because I feel like I have such a unique perspective on the way things work in the world and how easy I think everything is and how good everything could be if you just let it be good, you know. But I want to like learn the science behind it and like put it into like easily digestible words for people to just look at and then understand. Like I feel like there's a lot of ideas in my head or perspectives in my head that if somebody, you know, out there heard it or read it, they would be mind blown and their whole world can change, you know. But also the only reason I'm doing that is because I have struggled with negative feelings and like the feeling of being lost, you know, all these negative feelings, like not even depression. I wouldn't even say depression anymore because now I'm aware that it's something that you can have self-control over, you know? Like the other day I felt not too good and it was a whole body feeling, you know, my mind, my body. And at first I was like, oh, right? And then I was aware of it and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I still felt like shit, but I was doing things and acting like and telling myself.
You still made the action to do what you needed.
And telling myself that I didn't feel like shit. And then eventually I woke up the next day, forgot everything, you know, got over everything, all the feelings.
How many chickens would it take to defeat an elephant?
How many chickens would it take to defeat an elephant? I feel like it could, if one made the right move, you can do it with one, but but like now that I'm growing, you know, into this different kind of perspective and planning things out, I understand that yes, it's possible for you to do everything yourself. At least me, I feel like I can learn everything and execute, and that's how the chicken would be. Like with the elephant, like it could totally kill this elephant itself if it strategized, but it'd probably take way more effort than if the chicken had like a group of members to assemble and do different tasks and defeat the elephant faster
So
and
you'd
more
say it would
efficient.
take like 4, approximately like 4.5.
Maybe. It
Okay.
depends on the minds of the chickens. Are they dumb chickens? Are they
Yeah, I've
smart?
been thinking about
Do
that.
they have skills? You know,
Fighting skills, sex skills.
maybe even sex skills. You know, I don't know. Maybe you don't even know the size of these chickens. You know.
So when I first met you, it was Adrian B. rapping,
Schizo, yeah. The whole reason for that name, and I hate it now, is because my dad's family has a lot of people with schizophrenia, and I felt like probably like a little anxiety attack or something, right? And then right away I'm like, oh, I have schizophrenia, bro, and you know, then I made a whole whole name out of it, and then because I was producing
I
music
think you
around that
changed
time.
it to 4/7, but why
Yeah.
4/7?
4/7, and it's crazy. So I mean, I was thinking like, what could my name possibly be? You know, like I'm thinking of all these different names, trying to type random things, trying to just say random words like Childish Gambino until something sounded cool.
Yeah.
But then I remember, like, I was like, well, what's my birthday? And my birthday is April 7th, 2004, but I just like the numbers 4 and 7. And I know it's 4-7.
Crazy.
It's not 47, but I resonate more with 47 because 4-7, that could also be taken as like theta waves. Like that's this science where you can tap into your full mind apparently if you take like a pure frequency of 4 hertz in your left ear and a pure frequency of 7 hertz in your right ear. So they kind of resonate until it activates your full mind. Like so, I could have done that, but 47 also, the only person in my whole family, the only other person in my whole family that had any sort of creative endeavor or creative ambition or like any sort of like hobby or skill that they were like super interested in or they're super good at. And I'm saying like, it was my grandpa, and I never really got to meet him. I was like 3 when he had passed away, but guess what? And I just had recently found this out. He's the only person in my family that was creative. He made a magazine. He was like he drew every day, and his drawings were amazing. Remember that?
We used it for,
Remember, yeah, that karate drawing.
Yeah.
His drawings were amazing. A lot of them got lost because my grandma's house flooded, and she lost a lot of them. But he did so many things. He made shirts. I don't even really know the full extent, like just bits and pieces there. I knew he was a great artist. Oh, he was a videographer too. He was
So
a
he did a lot of
videographer.
shit. I don't think I've ever had anybody in my family.
He documented everything that he did. So like whenever they would go on trips to like Mexico and stuff, he would take his little VHS camera, and he has all of these videos on VHS.
You told me about that.
tapes.
You need to look through those.
I don't know if my grandma still has them because they might have got damage in the flood that like took away most of his art. But like every single piece of art that I've seen from him, I'm like, damn. And ever since I was growing up, like whenever I was little, at a very young age, I got into like drawing and art and music. Like not really, yeah. What's up?
What up? Beta being. And all right.
So what I was saying is, I guess whenever I was little, I got into a lot of different creative ambitions very early. And you know, it ranged from drawing on pieces of paper to like making stuff out of like cardboard and stuff and doing random things like that. But I've always had a bunch of different things just randomly come to me and I just do it, right?
Yeah.
But whenever I started doing that when I was little, my grandma would tell me, and I remember being little, she would be like, you're exactly like your grandpa, you know? And like growing up, my mom, seeing like the evolution of my different hobbies and stuff, even though it's not like the evolution because I never did anything super drastic. I mean, to myself, I think I've succeeded my own expectations already, but I don't ever want to set an end point. Like I want to keep growing, you know? But throughout my whole life, my family members had said that I was kind of exactly like my grandpa. He always went out. He socialized. He was very extroverted. His voice filled the room. Like he was a loud-ass talker, and he just talked to everybody, and that's how I am.
Yeah, you're very...
So basically, everybody in my family that has ever interacted with my grandpa had told me that I'm exactly like him, right? And then recently I found out, I mean, I knew he died at a young age, but I didn't know what age. Guess what age he died?
26.
47.
47. Oh, that's
He
I don't
passed
know how
away
I
at
didn't miss that.
47. And I was like, whoa, you know, because, I mean, obviously, I wasn't birthed. I mean, my birthday was 47 or 4-7, so that's kind of cool. But I was born before him. But I feel like maybe whenever his soul had left his body, maybe I got a little bit of that creative inspiration. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anybody else in my family want to do something creative with their life. It's always like I love my family members. They're all good. They're all successful. A lot of them are. Like, they have their own house. They have a good family, good morals. They work out and stuff. But, like, I don't know why since I was little, I just wanted to do things at such a big extent, you know?
Yeah.
Like, in the future, I want to do a lot of things. And, I mean, hopefully I won't put it all on myself, but usually I like to. I want to have a vision for an album, a couple albums throughout my lifetime, but I want to have that one album in my entire life. Like, I don't care if it takes until I'm like 70 to be finished with it and release it, but I want to have one beautiful album with beautiful visuals, like a beautiful storyline, beautiful lyrics, beautiful instrumental, perfect mix, unique sound. Like, I want to have like a gorgeous instrumental that people can listen to and be like, whoa. Like, and I don't want it to sound like anything else. There's nothing similar to, you know, in my music production, I don't think, oh, I'm going to make this type
I kind of
beat,
agree.
you know?
You use Logic to mix your stuff. What do you think is the most rewarding project you've ever made?
Most rewarding, there's a couple. My number one right now is, there's like 4. So I made El Dorado with Zadi. And the beat, I don't even know how I made it. We were all in the studio. I had made I had made a drum break, and it was like it had a lot of movement. And I imported this one sample, it was a completely different sample, and I chopped it up, and it sounded cool.
Yeah.
But then I was like, And then because I remember I had downloaded a completely random song off the internet, right?
Yeah.
And it was like this girl, like, and like violin and shit, and I'm like, fuck. So I just imported it. I like reversed it, I think, and then I just chopped it up randomly and just threw it over the drums, right?
Sounds like a dead mouse move.
Yeah, no, I just chopped it up randomly. I didn't even listen to the sample. I went to a random spot in the sample after I reversed it, chopped it up, and then put it over the drums, and everybody was in the room looking at me doing it, and I was like, guys, check this out, right? And then I pressed the space bar so it could play. And then at first everybody was like, I don't know, right? And then I started doing all these crazy things with the chop. Like, that song, just the basic dun, dun, like the basic melody has like 50 layers to it. I don't know why I do that all the time, but it has like 7 halftime layers, like one super highly pitched, and like a bunch of random parts of the song all mixed together. And then it kind of was coming together, and then I added like a little bass line. And it was like the best bass line I've ever done. Like, I took inspiration from Travis Scott Goosebumps, like the boom, 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 like the moving bass. And I made a random ass bass line that went with the key, and then everybody was riding, and I was like, oh shit. And it was only like a 4-bar loop, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want this to last the whole song, you know? I want to have some.
Let me take it back to Adrian B. rapping. So, like, at what point was it where you took it professionally? Like, you wanted to take it real
Adrian B. rapping?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, taking it back to like at that time.
I don't even think, like, I feel like my mind has grown.
Like, at what point did you shift? And,
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do this like for real.
Oh, like the start of the channel? I never
started to actually take it serious. Like.
Bro, that whole channel, since I started it, it was just like something fun. It was just like whatever, like
Exactly,
obviously.
But like, at what point did you just say,
I don't think
I want to do this for real?
I don't think there was a point. I think it was at the beginning whenever I started my channel. Like, for real, like at least now.
You just kept going and didn't stop?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
never
the same
stopped.
case.
Yeah, I never stopped because, I mean, whenever I was little, I never really thought about, like, I feel like I see videos of myself when I was younger, and I was so dumb-minded. Not dumb-minded, like, I feel like I was a funny
You're a
kid. I
silly.
was nice to people. I've always been nice to people. I love people. But, like, I don't know. There was no thought process behind any of my actions, like at all. Like, all of my actions were just like, and this is how it is kind of right now, but all of my actions were just like, I don't even know, like I wouldn't think, oh, I want to do this. I would just think about it, like visually, I guess, and then oh my God, I can't even talk. Continue to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Just go off and do it. And I just kept doing it. Like Adrian B rapping, I don't think I ever had a couple month period even where I was like, oh, I don't feel like doing YouTube or at all, you know? The only reason I stopped that channel too was because I met my first ex-girlfriend, Azzy. Just for you guys out there, yes, my first ex-girlfriend, her name was Azzy. And actually, no. And you know what's crazy? It's like, like, I don't know, my whole perspective on things have changed so much, and I don't know why my mind works like this, but like, back then, even a couple years ago, like, I feel like all of my thoughts were so, like, not thought of, just so dumb, you know? And I was a very aware person, at least I think so. I mean, now I feel like I'm a very aware person, but like,
Yeah.
what's it called? Like, all I was trying to say, you know, take from that was, like, I feel like everything does happen for a reason, you know? I met Azzy, I stopped doing YouTube, and not because she was like, oh, stop doing it, but because I fell in love with this girl, you know? Like, every single day I would be like, I want to see you, you know? Even if I wasn't even old enough to drive at all, I would like try to beg my parents to take me, and if they didn't, I would go walk over there, or I would wait till they fell asleep and steal their fucking car before I had a license at all, any driving experience, and I would go drive 15 minutes across town to go to her house, you know? But like, what I was trying to say was like, dude, that relationship, it was, you know, it was pretty good, you know, pretty stable. She was a really good person, and I'm kind of happy that it didn't work out. Not in like a bad way, not in like a, oh, I don't like this girl, because I think she's a very cool person. Actually, she has a band right now, and it's pretty sick. It's called Wench Texas. I think my coworker told me. I haven't really.
Speaking of bands, is there anyone you actually been wanting to work with? Anyone you have had?
Animal Mood.
Animal Mood, yeah, I've been seeing them.
Bro, Animal Mood is amazing. Also, there's this one artist that I've had my eye on. Her name's Vida. I don't know if, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I've seen her progress for like the last 2 years, and she was an artist like us, you know, just doing it and like struggling, and out of nowhere she just took off. She got in contact with Timbaland and made a song with him, and now she had just got signed to a record label, Interscope Records, like a day ago or something, right? And this whole time I've been looking at her and I'm like, oh my God, like her voice is amazing, right? Like her production is amazing, and I feel like I totally have the capability to make like an instrumental that she would hop on and she would like, and I could probably make a hit song with her. I feel like there's hardly anybody out there that I think, okay, I'm gonna work with you and I can make a hit song, and I feel like that's why I need to meet the right people, you know?
Yeah, before you get into making a song, like, is there something on your mind that you would want to talk about, like, before you get into it? Like, per se, you get into a breakup.
Oh, yeah, you know, I mean, at first...
Or do you just get on and just
yeah,
get on,
at first, I kind of would want my instrumental to kind of convey the feeling that I was feeling, and then whenever I was, like, going through a breakup and I was, like, all depressed or whatever, you know, and trying to make music, I would whenever I started producing the day, like, I would be feeling like that, I would make, like, such a slow, like, sad type of instrumental, and then I would listen to it and I wouldn't be vibing to it. I feel like I want to make music that people can dance to. So I would delete it, like I would completely scrap it, and then I would try to make something upbeat, but then I was like, ah, fuck,
but I'm
like
not
I don't
feeling
feel
like that.
But then I would kind of think like maybe I could do some Outkast shit, like Hey Yeah, like where it has like a deeper meaning. But I think I just make the instrumental, you know. Sometimes I try to make it like super hard, so that I can like make like a diss song or something, or
my name is Bobby.
You know, yeah, something like that. But like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like whenever I do make music, sometimes it just randomly happens. You know, sometimes the vibe starts out as something different, and then I make like a really groovy drum break, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I think of a bunch of shit to add on top of it, you know? But yeah, So to finish some of the questions that, you know, I didn't get to finish, Vida, I want to work with Vida. Like, I genuinely want to work with her.
If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be?
A fruit? Probably Fruity Pebbles. No, I'm joking. I'm not dumb. If I was a fruit, probably a dragon fruit, actually. Because I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm colorful. You know, and that's not to, like, I don't ever want to be the kind of person that's like, oh, I love everybody, I'm so nice to people, this is how I am, you know, I give to people all the time because I feel like that's me trying to, you know, act like I'm nice to, like, try to, I don't even know, you know, I just don't like talking like that, but I am a very colorful person.
What is your idea of success?
My idea of success, actually, that's a good question because I can talk to everybody
Honestly,
watching.
To me, you seem like the type to get $1 million and still be like, I can still do more.
No, yeah, that's how I am, but so it's the opposite too, and that's what I kind of want people, if they're even listening to this right now, hopefully I'll chop it up. I feel like before you even try to get towards success, you should actually sit down, get a journal out, and write down what is my idea of success, right? Like, I literally did that a couple months ago and it blew my mind because
well, I always do it for goals. That's why I have
well, yeah, no, but I realized that my idea of success isn't all this fucking money, you know, all of this fame and stuff. Like, yes, that would be nice, and that's what I am trying to achieve, hopefully.
That's more of like external.
But that's like external. But like right now, I realize that I'm already successful. Like, I already feel successful because the number one thing that I wrote down whenever I wrote what is my idea of success was being able to positively impact somebody, right? Or people, right? Like a lot of people. But then I realized, why do I have to do it at such a high extent? Like, I impact people every day. At least I try to. Everybody I interact with, I'll try to throw in a compliment, maybe buy some food if I ever meet somebody new, or if I have a already existing friend like Addy, if I'm hungry, I'll go and be like, hey, let's go out to eat, and I'll pay, you know? And it's like, I will try to positively impact people all the time, but I don't know why I wanted to do it on such a high scale.
Well, there was one guy that I met, it was the third interview I did, and he's the type of guy he did a lot for everybody, but that ultimately led to his life being shit because everyone took advantage.
Well, yeah, I'm aware
of. Just around
no, I'm aware of that now, but like, I don't think that my life will go to shit because honestly, and I've been saying this a lot recently, I don't even give a fuck about money. Like, obviously, yes, I'm trying to get a good financial position so that I can get towards my goals. But if I'm broke or if I have $1 million, I feel like I can still act the same, you know? Like,
I kind of disagree. I feel like once you have enough fame, enough money, it's going to change you some way.
I don't think it'll change me.
I think it will change you some way.
You think it'll change me, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Everybody. Think about it, like,
you know what?
all of a sudden your life is just, now everybody knows you, everybody wants to be around, everybody is like freaking out when they meet you now. What do you think that does
whenever,
to a person?
you know, yeah, that's true, but whenever I get there, I want to look back at this interview and think, okay, I stayed true to my word because, yes, obviously,
you want to stay true.
No, it's gonna change different systems, but I don't think it's gonna make me I don't think it's gonna make me ever want to be negative towards anybody. Like, I'll still try to positively impact people, but I won't, like, cause like I'm just, this is kind of contradicting. Like I said, I don't care if I don't have money or if I do, but like, if I'm barely rising up and then a bunch of people ask like, hey, can I have this amount of money or can I have this and that for free or whatever, like, I'll probably by that time learn how to be like, hey, it's not the best, I'm not in the best position right now to do that, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I still feel like I'll try to acknowledge as many people as I can, you know? Because I'm aware of all that it took to get me here. And I feel like I'm barely starting. Like, I haven't even started, you know?
Sometimes I'd be editing and I'm like,
you know, I feel like I haven't even started because there's so much growth. And I have my whole life ahead of me. I'm not gonna be dumb and think that, oh, and I don't think it's dumb to think this, but I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to make music and that's all I'm going to rely on to make me successful, you know?
is it tiring? Because you have a job, like you just said.
Yeah.
But Is it tiring to go in between from the creative side of life to just the business side of it all?
I think about it often. Like, there's some days where I wake up earlier before work, and I need to get better at this, but like, I could totally try to knock out something during that 2-hour, 3-hour period of before work, but I usually spend that time like, well, I gotta go to work. I'll just wait till after work, right? And then sometimes work is just so exhausting, and I get off
home and
I'm like, oh, fuck, right?
Yeah.
But I'm trying, oh my God. I'm trying to work to get past that, you know, and that's what I'm doing today. Today I woke up at a pretty decent time. I went to work, and I'm doing this interview because I have the plan that I was talking about. I could
Also, it's like now or never, because
I could go and describe it forever, but after this, I'm gonna record one of my friend's bands, because I kind of want to get that experience of recording different isolated instruments with like the proper equipment, and then, you know, try to learn how to mix it and put it all in the stereo image and stuff, you know. And I feel like it'd be fun, you know. But I guess it doesn't get tiring. I mean, it does get tiring at points, but it doesn't have to, you know, because I know this is what I want to do. But I feel like I still wouldn't want to just randomly be like, you know what, I'm going to quit and pursue my dreams, because how am I supposed to pursue my dreams if I have no financial to back it up, you know?
Right. Okay.
And it's not like you need that.
So let's say you do break out, right? You go to Hollywood, and you just to take it serious, just to meet more people, to network, right?
Yeah.
And then you realize that this whole music industry, you're in it because you love it, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's other people that are in it because, you know, it's a front for the cartel, or it's a bunch of crazy shit that goes on behind the music industry
I know
that we don't know about. Like, I don't know what the question is, but I just want to ask you, like, what would you do once you find out?
Yeah, if I...
Okay, like, let's say, for example, right?
Yeah.
You go to a party to network, right? Because you know, like, these famous people are going to be there.
Oh, I know what you're trying to say, yeah.
And then you find out that the guy who's hosting the party
is Diddy.
but he's actually there to just sell girls, like prostitutes.
Oh, shit.
That's what they do. That's what they kind of do in Hollywood, is they treat girls sort of as like a...
Well, let's not say that. Let's not say that before, because I'm
Well,
gonna be
actually,
in Hollywood.
I've never been to Hollywood. I don't know what it's like. I just hear shit.
I disagree until I see it with my own eyes.
Which you will.
But okay, but if I did see that stuff, I would probably not want to network with those people, you know, like, even if it meant...
But let's say they're fucking huge famous.
If they're fucking huge famous, I'm gonna be... Hopefully, because you know how you said it could change me, hopefully I'm going to stay true to my word and my morals and be like, I would rather make music. Well, this is the plan, actually. Actually, this is the plan. I feel like hopefully I stay like this forever, but the plan is not for the money. Like, I want to do all this. Like, that's why I'm working full time. I'm trying to make a magazine and stuff. I want to do all of this crazy, you know, deep work, but not like too exhausting work, but maybe a little bit, to get myself to a financial position that's extremely well before I even make music. And if that's not the case, if I'm already making music and I'm not a millionaire, multi-millionaire, and I can invest into different things, like, if I'm at that point, I want to work with probably people that I actually think are talented, like probably smaller artists too, like even if they have like 200 views or something, you know?
Yeah, imagine.
Like, I would love to change somebody's life that had talent.
Yeah, imagine
you know?
being famous like that, and you
like, you know, like all the wasted potential and stuff like that we always talk about.
You told me the other day, you were, I think we were like in HEB, and you said, just look around, man. Look at all the wasted potential here. And I'm like, fuck.
Well, yeah, it's because, you know, I feel like people don't try to think so high, you know? People don't think that things are possible, and I feel like I bet you the world used to be super magical, you know? I think the world used to be super magical where you thought of... No.
I think it used to be dark as fuck.
No, I think it's getting dark as fuck.
It's getting there.
Like, and not even just... But like just at the point where like all this inflation, there's all these like things set into place that kind of dumb us down. Like, I don't like microwaves. I will never use a microwave. And I know you use microwaves, but
I mean, whatever I can
you
eat.
know, all of these different things, you know, like all this shit that they put in the food and drinks and that we can't help.
You control the food, you control the people.
Yeah, you know, you can't help it, but it's like, I feel like maybe we were a little bit more aware of everything and maybe a little more energetic and happy.
Well, that's why I like making art. That's why I like people making shit, because we can actually like talk to each other.
Yeah,
Actually
yeah.
Find out what's going on.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
what would be your advice to, like, I don't know, other people like that are just trying to do this shit?
My advice to other people that are just trying to do this shit is to just do it, I guess. But let me try to elaborate. If you, like, there's gonna be all those thoughts on your mind where you're like, oh my God, like, this is dumb. Like, you know, like you're gonna be working on something and day one, you know, just starting out learning how to do something, whether it's fashion designing or producing or video editing, you're gonna sit there on your computer, open up the brand new software and think, maybe I'm not made for this. And then think of all these other people that are famous and think like, maybe I'm not meant to be famous, because you're in this position right now, right? Like you're in a really, maybe not even a bad situation, but you're in a position where you don't know how to do it.
Or maybe it's overwhelming.
You know, and it's a little overwhelming, and you get those small little things, like those things that talk in your head where it's like, maybe it is just luck, or maybe, you know, I don't like know the right people, or whatever the case. But like, I feel like anybody can do anything, like for real. And that's not just trying to be like, oh, whatever, right? But it's like, it all just depends on how much self-control you have over your thoughts and your action to those thoughts and emotions, you know? Because whenever I'm trying to create stuff, sometimes I get these real negative emotions, and I've learned and noticed that I'm getting more stuff done than ever after I'm acknowledging the emotion, but still continuing to do it. Because a lot of the time the emotion will just immediately stop you. You'll get the idea, this is dumb, I'm dumb, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna do this anymore. And you don't do it for a while, right?
You got to see what you could become.
Exactly, and that's the point where I don't want to be. You know, I don't want to be an old man that stopped trying many years ago and think, man, maybe it would have worked out, right? And even at that point, even if nothing takes off, like I hope it will, and I think it will, and I know it will, you know, because you have to know it will.
When you push shit out, you have to have that mindset.
Yeah, you have to know it
will.
will, you know, because if you have like maybe it will, then there's probably still some of those thoughts that are getting to you, you know. But like, I would rather die as an old man, and literally the day before I died, I was still trying to work towards something, than giving up and then sitting down and being aware that there was these years and time that has flown by that I could have probably learned a really good skill or gotten better at this skill and made something beautiful, you know?
Yeah, okay, pause.
Yeah, did it stop again or what? It's like, damn, dude.
I want to ask you a question though.
Yeah.
This is a little different from the art side of things, but so you're 20 years old, you're a male, a young male.
Yeah. I like where this
and
question's going.
You're single. What have you learned over the time of being with women?
Oh shit. See, that's why I said I'm very glad that all that stuff has happened, because, well, you know, it's so weird because my first relationship with Azzy was like very stable relationship. It was beautiful, it was real, like love. I felt like it was real love, you know. Obviously that time has passed and I still do have that love for the experience, but I think that the person that she ended up with is way more suited for her, you know. Like I think that their relationship is beautiful, you know. And it's not like I've been looking or trying to stalk her or anything, which I haven't. Like the day that we broke up and she blocked me on everything, maybe for a while, like a couple months, I'm gonna take this off. It's getting hot in here.
Getting hot?
Yeah, but maybe for a couple months, you know, I was getting like a little bit emotional about it and thinking like, oh, this is stupid, like because I really did like that girl. But after a while, you know, I kind of, like after people would tell me about their band, I looked it up and then I like saw their posts because other people would like show me, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that was like beautiful because at that time I had wanted to keep doing this, you know, making my own music and art and everything. And whenever she would want to go out to shows and stuff, I kind of felt like it was like a drag, you know? Like I was like, oh, I don't really want to go, you know? And I regret it now because it would have been cool, you know, and I didn't really do anything significant in those periods of time. Maybe I learned a little bit, grew a little bit, right? But that guy that she ended up with is 100% the guy that's like, you want to go to the show? Let's do the show. Let's go play at the show, you know? And it's like so much better than like, oh, Adrian, I want to go to the show. And then I'm like, okay. Instead of being like, yeah, let's fucking go, you know? And they have more
So you have
similar
no
interests.
regrets
No.
being with people?
So
Okay.
yes. I mean, not with Azzy. I feel like that whole relationship was just a pure, you know, it was a pure relationship. I learned a lot. I'm thankful for it because I enjoyed our time together. You know, like I was able to make really good memories. You know, and I was really close to her family, and her family was very nice and very well kept. But this is crazy. She was like yin. Right? Yin, peace, like whatever. Like now after that situation, it's still like I gained peace from that situation and I'm grateful for it. And I don't have any regrets or any like thoughts in my head still like, oh, maybe I still love her. Like I don't even think that. Like, yes, I still love her as a person. She's a cool person, but not like, I don't think I would get in a relationship with her. And I hope that her and her new boyfriend get like married and stuff, right? But hold on. Like, I feel like she was yin. I know I talk a lot, but I feel like she was yin. And Evie, this girl, bro.
Dude, should we be naming them?
I don't even care, bro.
Okay.
Or maybe we can blurt it out. But like, this girl right here was like Yang. If I ever met Yang. If I ever met anybody as fucking negative, you know, and I don't think it was her fault, but that relationship was insane.
It is interesting to meet people that are very negative.
You know, it was insane, but I kind of understood. Like, I don't want to talk too personally about her, but I feel like she just reflected a lot of the people that she grew up around. She reflected a lot of the systems that were in place where she grew up, and I tried to help her get out of that, and it ended in me being cheated on and stuff, and I don't even care. You know, like, I'm glad that happened because now we're not together, and I don't think I ever want to be with her again or ever see her. I actually don't even like the fact that I'm in the same city as her because I feel like she is like an energy vampire. I feel like she was like a ball of darkness, you know? I mean, at times, yes, I enjoyed our time together. She was really cool, but I felt like she was the perfect personification of karma.
Did that ever hinder on your art?
What? Yes, it did, and I'm glad that happened because she was cheating on me and stuff. And yes, I would feel kind of emotional about it at points. And after a while, I kind of grew, like I stopped caring, like insensitized to that stuff. But like, dude, every time she would go cheat on me or I noticed her being like a horrible person to me and stuff, I would go and make the best music I've ever made in my life. Like I felt like doing
That's what
it
I always
with
try to do was
doing
the
it with
negativity, put it into the art.
doing it was like I forgot I existed for a second while I was producing or you know whatever, and then I made really beautiful like pieces of music that I would like shock myself by making. Like I would be impressed by myself. But like, yeah, that relationship, horrible, but I'm glad that it happened. And I feel like a little bit of the reason it happened was a little bit of karma that I probably needed to experience. And then also, I feel like the place that I'm trying to go, it would be nice to have somebody that understands like all the time that it's gonna take me in the development and like the process of it. And you know, maybe if I meet somebody that's okay with that and is able to kind of give me that little balance but not be like horrible towards me if they're like mad that I'm working on stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like that relationship was like the universe saying like, all right, have your little fun, you know?
What is your challenge personally as an artist that you've been struggling with a little bit?
So, and I'm not even gonna say, I was about to say it used to be, I still kind of struggle with this, but I'm getting over it. So obviously I was in those relationships for a very long time, you know? And I felt like it gave me balance. Like I would make
that's something external.
Yeah. What do you mean?
And so you struggled with more, so you'd say you struggle with more things externally than internally when it comes to...
It was like an internal thing though, because after that relationship ended, I would catch myself trying to work on something and knowing what I had to make, but then I would stop because I'm like, like I want to be loved, like I want to feel loved, right? And I feel like it took that whole period of time just not having nobody to talk to romantically and all that, you know. What did you say, like that lust, what did you say, like
are you talking about the funny thing?
yeah.
I couldn't even get a word in. Isn't this like your job? He's your friend.
I told you, man, I've been trying, but like, he's just so blinded by his insatiable lust.
Yes, insatiable lust or whatever. Like I just wanted, you know, because I was so used to being with somebody, and like after working on music and I would get to that stage of like crashing, I was so used to like, you know,
Having them, yeah.
you know, getting a little bit of pleasure to ease my mind, right? And then I felt kind of like I needed that, right? Like I felt like my mind kept telling me like I needed to find somebody that, well, I never wanted to just find somebody for like anything sexual. Like I genuinely, like I was dying at that time because I wanted to experience lust again, right? But I didn't want to just do it with a random person. I wanted to like have a relationship and build a relationship and like want to do it with that person, you know, like want to know that I actually cared about this person, because I don't think I could do that whole like sex without liking somebody,
feeling.
you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's like
But you're a whore.
I use, I don't know.
What did you, okay, so you first met me. What did you think?
About you?
Yeah.
I thought you were like 23 years old, bro.
Really?
He was like 17. This motherfucker was like 17, and I was like, bro. I was like, how old are you? And he was like 17, or he was like 17, and I was 17, but I was about to turn 18, I think, or something.
Damn, I look that old?
Yeah, no, not anymore. Now you look your age,
I
you
probably
know?
look.
But at that time, I'm like, God damn, like, but no, that's not like the very first thing I thought about you. I thought, first of all, I like had seen his videos. I had seen your videos before from like, cause I was kind of interested in the music scene a little bit, not too much.
Yeah.
But I would see, like, I remember people posting on Snapchat, like, you know, go watch my music video, and I would see the name AddyGoat, and then I met him, and I'm like, oh shit, this is AddyGoat, right? So I felt like whenever I met you, I thought you were this huge, you know, person in the scene with music videos, and I feel like you are, you know, nobody else has made as many videos as you, I feel like, in Corpus, right? So you are kind of huge, but like I just felt like, man, this motherfucker is so cool, like, you know, cause he was crazy. He still is crazy. You are crazy. You're a fucking crazy ass person, but like I'd never met somebody that was like so ambitious the same way I was, but at the same time so fucking wild, you know, like. I remember whenever I met him, he's like, hey, come walk inside, right? And I opened the door, and this motherfucker's walking towards the door on his hands, legs up in the air. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? But, you know, also, I wanted this interview to be kind of like, oh, yeah, this is my personality. Like, this is my serious, you know, deep thought personality. But, you know, I feel like I am very loud and crazy and obnoxious too.
Well,
but this is,
okay, so
maybe I am a little bit right now.
Let's say you're on stage and you're in front of everybody that's there for you. They paid money to see you. What would you tell them? Like, what would you want them to know about you? I know that, because like I know how we see people online all the time, and we fucking idolize them like they're fucking gods and shit.
Yeah.
But then when you meet them, it's totally different.
Well, I feel like not really. Like if I met Kanye West, he's Kanye West. You know, he's not any different online than in person, I feel like. Because everybody knows all of his flaws. But that's like what, I feel like it's impossible to be great without flaws. You know, like geniuses. Like the other day he said, oh, like I heard somebody, I don't know if it was him, say something about psychopath. And they're like, I was like, well, I feel like being a genius and psychopath is one and the same. You know, like, you have to be a little bit crazy, you know? You can't just be completely
That's
normal.
why a lot of great artists are crazy.
Yes,
Genuinely
but I feel like what I would want people to know about me is that, or to know about me or themselves, or like just advice.
The people that do listen to you, you know.
What I would want them to know about me was that I was definitely not always that fucking person, you know? Like, yes, in a sense, but like, I want them to know that they could do this, they'd be in the same position, having the same people looking up to them, if they have a passion and follow it with all their heart, you know, because right now as I'm talking in this interview, I'm 20 years old. I haven't really released any works of music, and I've been doing it for years, producing. Like I made a project with AddyGoat. It was pretty cool. But like I haven't really released anything about my art, music, film, anything. Even though I have all these ideas in my head and I know that I'm gonna get there and do that, and then people are probably gonna see me and be like, oh shit, you know, like this motherfucker has always been like this, you know? Like I just heard that Kanye West started like producing before he even produced for Jay-Z. It was like 2006. Like, isn't that wild? Like I was born in 2004. 2 years after I was born, Kanye still wasn't Kanye, but I can't see Kanye being a normal person in a normal position, like a little bit of struggle, you know? So I feel like struggle is normal, and I feel like struggle builds you, and it builds your gratefulness for what you have. So like I would want people to know, and this is what I just want people to know, is that you can completely redesign yourself in anything. Like even if you are physically ugly, quote unquote, you can do something about that to make yourself come off as more attractive. If not makeup, if not losing a little bit of weight, you know, if not trying to try something different with your hairstyle, or like make like a little staple, like, you know, do something different with like your makeup on your face, or do something crazy like a different accessory or something that
Just
complements.
do something different just to do something.
You know,
different,
like
man.
I feel
Try
like
it.
everything that you feel like is negative and that is unchangeable is most definitely
What would you think?
changeable. Oh my God, I can't speak right now. I'm a little congested. I'm also sick right now, but
What do you think is the best time to make art for you?
the best time for me to make art is during the night for sure. Like right whenever, I don't know why it's like that, but like
He'll pick me up.
I feel
we'll
more
just be
creative
sitting there
around like
all
midnight and up. And then once the morning starts to come, like 7 or 8 a.m., I kind of feel like, oh shit, you know, like I don't feel like,
burnt out a little bit.
yeah, or like even at that, I feel like now I'm trying to get past it where I can work out every hour, and I still haven't done it, but I will, because if you're seeing this and watching this after my success, quote unquote, like I would have done it and learned how to do it, but like nighttime for sure. I don't know why.
Are you the type of, do you have to work with shoes on?
Yes, I have to work with shoes on.
Yeah, me too.
Like I can't, like I feel like, yeah, I can't work without shoes on,
yeah,
for sure.
I don't know. It feels like with socks, it just
Feels like you're just trying to relax, you know, and I want to be like,
I want to be like business,
you know, like
sort of like I'm at a job or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Has that
something.
feeling.
I also most definitely always have to wear long sleeves during the production of my music, which is weird. You know, I can't produce anything if my arms are cold. I don't know why.
How do you know when something is finished though? When you're making something, because
Whenever I'm proud of it, I guess, you know.
I mean, whenever you just feel like it.
What do you mean by
Isn't
that,
that
though?
interesting?
What the
though?
fuck do you mean
Isn't
by
that fucking interesting? Like we make things, right? But then we get to decide. That's good. That's done. That's it. That's the one.
I feel like just having a full instrumental,
I think
lyrics,
it's kind of
song
cool
wrote.
that your brain can listen to a song and you can pinpoint what's wrong with it,
Oh yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
and you know like, okay, this needs more compression, or this needs
But
a
I
little
feel
more
like-
low balance.
I guess what you're saying is kind of true though, because I feel like there is a lot of raw music out there that is just like, it sounds better that way. Like if it was like professionally mixed and mastered, like
Yeah, that's why I like.
hell
SoundCloud a
no,
lot.
you know, like sometimes the vocals being a little bit under the beat, or like not even like separate from the beat, is like a staple, like for an underground artist or something, or like just for something nostalgic. Like if you heard a song a long time ago in the early 2000s, it was most likely remastered, but like by now. But most likely those, like I remember being little hearing like New York State of Mind by Jay-Z and like all these Bruno Mars tracks and One Republic songs, thinking like, you know, it was like so nostalgic. Like I can think about myself sitting in the back seat of my parents' car while the song Too Late to Apologize was playing. It's too late to apologize. Like I remember listening to that, but it's just it's such a nostalgic song, and it's like I feel like the remasters probably don't convey that same feeling. Like having a little bit of like messiness in the track can kind of make or break
make
a
it.
song. You know, it
Yeah.
can make a song. Like if all of those songs that I heard from the early 2000s that I feel like are so beautiful were perfectly mixed and mastered now, I probably, you know, I don't know, maybe I would feel the same about it. I was little, you know, but maybe it wouldn't have felt the same. Like I feel like sometimes people don't accidentally do it on purpose. They accidentally do it, you know? And it's not on purpose, but it's like, damn, you know, that shit made me feel something. Like I just want to make music that can make somebody feel something.
Yeah.
And you know, help people grow. And also, I just think it'd be so cool to like build my own little world, you know, like my own certain
I
sound.
in the future, I want us to be older, and then like you said, because you said you want to go into school for architecture.
Yeah.
Just build our own place and just be in our own world and just.
And that's what I
walk
want to do.
everything
I'm already
out.
thinking about the design of it. Obviously, it might change because a lot of things change over time. And that's why I think you shouldn't stress about anything. You know, any position you're in, it's going to change regardless.
What person would you rather have here talking to you instead of me?
What do you mean? I don't think anybody. I mean, Nardwar?
Nardwar?
You know?
Damn, Nardi.
Nardwar would have gave me a gift. I have to give you a gift.
Would you,
Oh shit, I didn't even give it. Okay.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
One horse-sized duck I could take down.
Okay.
One big thing. But I understand the meaning of that question. It's like, would you rather tackle something big piece by piece? But it's like, if there's 100 of these ducks attacking me, I'm probably gonna get jumped, bro. If it's just one-on-one, it's like nothing can come behind me and shit. I could probably just like, you know, do something, grab a pencil or something and stick in his throat, and it would be like,
Are you trying to stay in Corpus?
no,
Okay.
fuck no. I love Corpus, yes, it's cool, but it's
But I
like,
think we need to go experience the world. We need to go
I
out
feel
there,
like,
go
yeah,
get
I feel like
inspired,
I
see
would
some more
regret staying in the same place forever, because it's like, bro, most definitely,
much more out
no,
there.
most definitely, holy shit, I don't know what's happening with my words right now, but if you and I move somewhere really like fucking different, like any place, like LA, like if we're like, you know what, let's pursue our dreams of fucking music
Or
and
just
go to LA,
Europe.
you know, or Europe or something, we would most definitely end up in places that we would have never expected
Never thought,
ourselves to
right.
be, you know? Like being here, it's like you have a sort of routine. Like I'm trying to break it frequently, right? But you have a sort of routine, like you've already seen everything. It's like, even if I went out with a couple friends tonight and went somewhere, it's like I've already been there. It's nothing interesting,
Kind of like
but
you've
it's
already
like,
done the same thing, but just
I think it's like kind of magical being somewhere that you had never stepped foot in, especially if there's a lot of random ass people that you've never talked to.
Imagine what that can do to your art.
I mean, yeah, and then for me as well, because I love talking to everybody, I could talk to anybody, right?
Yeah,
but it's
you
like
can talk
seeing
to
a
anyone.
whole fucking group of people I've never met, and maybe some beautifully designed architecture or something, some lights, some different music playing, maybe different food. Like anything can inspire you, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that would most definitely be inspiring. Like, and I feel like people should do that, you know? Hopefully, I mean, not if you aren't able to have the ability to get back on your feet, because doing that, you can end up homeless. You can end up in a real bad position. Like, you shouldn't do it because you want to move away because everything sucks here and, you know, I hate my fucking parents and shit, you know? Because if you're gonna move somewhere and you're thinking like that, most likely you're still gonna feel the same, but in a different city, and then you're gonna get even more depressed. Like if you wanna move and experience something, you have to do it because you wanna experience it. Because most likely if we're doing it, if you and I do that one day, and we're going through the days just super upbeat, even if the financial isn't really reflecting our mood and everything, if we're just going places super upbeat, who knows where we can end up. And it's always possible to get back on your feet. I mean, especially if I'm me. I'll never let myself get to that point.
There's Jordan Peterson talked about that, about in the Bible, God is sort of like a calling to an adventure.
Yeah.
If you take that, so you know how like we stay inside all day and we struggle with these little like internal conflicts we have in ourselves. If we took the call to adventure and just left and didn't have a plan for anything for what's about to happen, we'd have the adventure of our lives.
Oh yeah, well that's what happened to me. Remember when I told you that story? Yeah. So there's this story that I've experienced. I was really depressed one night. I think it's because of my second breakup.
Wait. I don't want you to start the story and then I have to fucking. I'm just making sure.
Clap, clap. Okay, what I was trying to say is like, so I'm aware why I was feeling negative, and I was aware that I was doing it for too long. It was like weeks and weeks of me just wanting to see this woman that didn't give a shit about me and feeling really depressed, and I was not interested in music or art or anything forever. And he saw that side of me, because he would come over, we would be like, hey, let's edit together, right? And he would be working on this shit like, Adrian, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'd be here at my computer like. And then after he left, after I took him home, I would go back to my room and just look at the ceiling. Like, I had no interest in being on Instagram at all, texting anybody, looking at anything online, like any entertainment. I don't even really watch TV shows or movies, which I want to kind of, you know, get inspiration, you know, but
Yeah.
I was so sluggish and so like depressed, and I knew exactly why. And once I noticed myself in that repetitive cycle of just like, you know, every day, I remember I was on my bed, right, thinking the same shit I was doing every day, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I thought of the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, where maybe if you do something different, something cool will happen. So I was like, well, that wasn't even my plan at all. I wasn't thinking that I was gonna do something cool, right? I was just like, I'm hungry, or like I felt my stomach growl. I'm like, I'm gonna go get Whataburger. And then when I'm driving, I'm like, if I stay at home, I'm probably gonna stay in the same position, and I don't ever sleep. So I'll probably not sleep for a couple hours, and then I'll go to sleep, wake up for work, and do the same shit the next day, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the beach, right? Just so I could like sit down on the sand and listen to the waves, like the white noise, maybe, you know, like the saying, touch grass, like maybe be more connected, because I felt super disconnected. I was like, the world's beautiful. Maybe I would feel a little bit more at ease if I saw something pretty. So I went and sat by the beach, eating my Whataburger, and then I saw like these lights, like people were like waving phone flashlights, like, and I thought they were signaling for me. I guess they weren't, but I went up to them anyways, and I stuck by them. Even they didn't give me like no body language or anything that made me seem like they didn't want me around.
And you found your tribe.
So I stayed, right? And I was, what's it called, talking to all these Middle Eastern guys. Beards, you could tell they're Middle Eastern, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're speaking Arabian and shit, and I'm just hanging out with them. And I went on the adventure of my life that day. Like, what I could have been laying in bed, you know, doing the same shit, right?
Yesterday, because someone said, do you want to go to the art walk, which that was yesterday. And if I said yes, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. If I said no, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to stay here.
Yes, exactly,
So
you know?
I did. I said yes because I wanted to take on that adventure. I got shot on by a bird.
Oh, yeah. See?
And I got interviewed.
See?
I didn't tell you that. I got interviewed.
By who?
Do you know that girl on Instagram where she interviews people for produce? You remember?
No.
You've seen the video with me.
Maybe.
Where she has the microphone and she like asks them questions, like random questions.
What?
She
She
did to me.
interviewed you, and
yeah,
what'd you
and
say?
I said crazy shit. I had to let it go.
Fuck, dude.
I
No.
fucking let it rip.
No, but for real, like, after that night, it clicked in my head, like, dude, that whole period of time, like maybe a whole month or 2 months of time, I had not had one like crazy memorable experience that I won't ever forget, right? And that night that I just did something different, I won't ever forget it. And it's like, what's the point of
crazy how
what's the
one
point of
decision
yeah?
can lead to that.
What's the point of living life if you're just gonna forget everything? You know, if I'm gonna be 20 years older from now, and I don't really remember anything significant
What's
or
the
fun.
point of not doing anything if everything is going to get forgotten in the first place? If everything is going to be lost in the first place, if all of
Well,
us,
just for self-fulfillment. I mean, what else are you supposed to do, you know?
that's what I'm saying.
And it's growth, and it's fun. It's like, why am I gonna have that thought like, oh, we're all gonna die, and then think, oh, well, I guess I should bullshit my life. No, like, this is a great experience. Like, this is a beautiful experience. Like, I don't know if I'll ever experience this again or experience at all. I do believe that I will, but like, if not, since I'm here right now, I'm just gonna have fun, you know?
What kitchen appliance would you be?
Kitchen appliance. I gotta think about that. I would probably be a spoon, maybe.
Spoon.
Because I'm like, you know, I'm not.
Would you be a big spoon?
No, I'd probably be like one of the tiny spoons, because like I feel like right now at least what I'm trying to,
You
what
mean
I feel like I am, like something like that, like something fancy. Hey, what the hell?
What?
No, but I want to be like, I feel like I'm something fancy. Like, you look at it, it's elegant, but it's also unharmful. And I don't ever think I want to cause harm to anybody. Like, I have thought those crazy fucking thoughts before, but not like crazy amount of times. Like, with my ex and stuff, like, holy shit. I was like SZA for a minute, bro. I'm like this. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking kill her. No, but not like actually, you know, like I thought about it, you know, I'm not the kind of person like I'm gonna kill her and then proceed to do it, you know. I thought about it and I'm like, well, there's no point, I'll get over it, right? But like I did actually, like that's the first person in this entire world that I thought like, oh, like their existence was just, since I wasn't a part of it, I was just so like, bro, like I don't want you to experience anything without me, and I don't want to be aware that I'm experiencing anything if it's not with you, you know?
Yeah.
For the longest time I was thinking that, you know, maybe it was out of love, maybe it was out of obsession or both. Like I was obsessed with this female. And now, you know, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like I'm not as bad about that anymore. I think I'm already kind of past it, because I've seen this girl, like first of all, the first time we ever broke up, we were together for at least a good 6-7 months, right? And I actually broke up with her because she was a crazy red flag, and I was aware of it. I guess I just like it, you know. I liked it for a while, but then at a certain point, I was just like, hey.
You start feeling the real negative.
No,
side
at a
effects
certain
from it.
point, I wasn't as, you know. I wish it would have just ended at this point, right? But at a certain point, I'm like, hey, dude, look. I know you're having sex with other people already at like 7 months, you know. I know you're conversating with all of these people, getting validation from these people. Maybe I shouldn't be with you, you know. And I had the courage in me to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And then I texted her and I'm like, hey, I feel like I've been the sweetest person to you, but you know, I just don't feel like I wanna set myself up for that failure, because I already see the signs, right? So then we break up, and it's the day before New Year's, right? And on New Year's, Kaya Vance, Word of Mouth, had a show, and I went to the show, and
Yeah, he goes to the show, asshole. He goes with the girl, and then of course I'm the fucking last one on stage. Didn't get to see it.
not that one. The one
Oh,
before
it's
that,
another
year before, because we were together for like 2 years. But the year before, I went to like the first Kaya Vance Word of Mouth New Year's show.
That was
and I
fun.
remember, look, me
Very
and this
fun.
girl, I was very in love with her, and I felt like she was very in love with me, right?
Yeah.
Because whenever I broke up with her, she's like, I don't know, I can't even remember. I would like to think that she was like, wait, like, no, like I want to, no, maybe I do remember her crying and stuff, but I was just like, I don't know, right? But then the next day I go to this New Year's show, and I'm kind of like, fuck, you know, like I'm not feeling the best about it either, but I was just like, you know what, maybe it had to happen, right? And then I look behind me and I see her there, and she knew I was going to be there. She knew I was part of like the scene with Word of Mouth and everything, right?
Yeah.
She knew that I was like in that place and I was going to be there. And she was making out with one of her first ex-boyfriends that she had before me. The day after I broke up with her, like if she really cared about me, I think she was crying and stuff. If she really cared about me, maybe she would have tried to patch it up. But like, how are you gonna go and make out with somebody right after, you know, if you really cared about them? Like for me, after the last time we had broke up, me and that girl, like this is recently, a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
For the longest period of time, I did not see myself doing anything with any girl. Like I didn't find anybody interesting. Like, there was a feeling inside of me like I want to be with somebody so bad, right? Like I want to be loved, right? But then I would look through people like on Instagram and stuff,
Nice.
and I would find some people attractive.
Love. Overrated.
Yeah, but I would find some people attractive, and I was like, I just wouldn't feel comfortable in their presence though, because it's
I don't
not
think
her,
you
you
should
know.
focus on that right now.
Well, I'm not.
I don't think we
I'm
should
talking
focus on
about
that.
that. I'm just talking about that. But
How
yeah.
it was, yeah.
So yeah, that's how it was. It was crazy. But
Do you ever want to get back into a relationship again? Get back on that pony again? Or
so
recently or no?
I feel like
Are you staying away from women? Or
I feel
just
like
kinda
with
doing
what
your
I'm trying to do right now, my plans with the hopeful success or my knowing success of my music ventures and design and everything else, I feel like maybe it is just a better place for me to just be single, because
Man, shut up. No one cares, bro.
No, because I don't have to have like an obligation, or like I feel like if I was in a relationship, maybe I would be like, you know what, I'm gonna hold off on this for, you know, a while so that I can be with this girl, you know, or make this connection. And I would do that for somebody if I really loved them. But I don't want to force it on myself because I feel like this is a great opportunity. I'm 20 years old. I have a strong, beautiful mind. I have great passion and great skill
Good
sets,
eyes.
you know? Yeah, and
Nice
good
eyes.
eyes for stuff. Or I guess.
Just beautiful eyes
Yeah, but
in general.
you know, I feel like maybe if I do even a little 3 months of deep work and just do it and just work on stuff without thinking,
Just
okay.
focus on yourself.
Yeah, you know,
Get
maybe if I
that.
do a little 3 months of deep work or maybe a year, maybe more time, you know, I could be in a better position to provide more for my future significant other. And hopefully it's not the kind of love where it's like, oh shit, like you have all this shit, you know, I want some, right? But I feel like even if that was the case, like this is something I always think about. I know I'm gonna be successful wealth-wise in the future, but I feel like even if some real beautiful girl came and, you know, was like, hey, like trying to flirt with me because she knew how much money I had, I feel like over time, maybe she would actually fall in love with me. She would probably actually fall in love with me because I feel like it's very
gamble.
not narcissistic, very egotistical, but I feel like there's nobody else like me in any relationship. Like I feel like nobody else could be like me. And I feel like if you fumble me, like, dude, I'm the flyest motherfucker. I'm so aware. I have ambition. I know my success. I love myself. I love the world. And I'm not the kind of person to harm anybody. So it's like, damn. And I'm kind of cute, you know? So it's like, damn. And I'm getting more cute by the day. Hopefully it stays that way, though, you know?
What is the weirdest thing you've done because you were bored?
I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know. This just popped up on the top of my mind as
Do you
soon
ever
as,
go?
No, hold on. This is the first thing that popped up at the top of my mind when you asked that question. And I guess I had to say it because that was my response. So the weirdest thing I've ever done whenever I was bored and lonely, but that's like the only period of time that I was bored, was literally I had no lustful desire, no like, you know, I laid down in my bed and I was so depressed I didn't even feel like jerking off or anything, and I hadn't for months or like weeks before that, right? Like I hadn't done anything sexual, not even touched myself, right? But then I was like, oh fuck, and I pull up some videos and I try to get my shit up, right?
You just gooned all
No, I try to get my shit up, and then the second it gets up, I start crying, but I'm still watching the video and stroking.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever
Did you
done.
also cry out of the tip of your penis too?
Yeah, probably.
Tears
But I remember
from the
just
tip of my
thinking like,
penis.
why am I doing this, you know? But I knew why. I felt like I was just trying to distract myself. But like, holy shit, it's crazy to think about, because like, what the hell? Like, bro, just go to sleep. Like fucking sleep, dog. Like, damn. It's just so hard.
It's hard.
No, I'm just saying.
Literally is hard.
Oh my God. No, it's so weird to be in that position where it's like, I feel like I'm the coolest person in the world, like, and I have so much knowledge, and I'm like way more sharp-minded than most of these motherfuckers with like girlfriends that they probably hardly provide for and stuff. I feel like I know how to keep myself at a stable financial position. I'm a hard worker. I have a good, strong mind, and I'm charismatic. I can talk to people. If I meet somebody, there's never an awkward silence.
What would you say is like a pattern of a problem that a girl would have with you?
Pattern. The only pattern that I can think of is literally just my ambitions, because it's like, you're not giving me enough attention. But it's like, bro,
Yeah.
I literally just ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner with you every day for the last 3 weeks. I took you out on dates at least 5 times a week. Some girls are in relationships with guys that they've been with for years that have never been taken on a date by that guy. You know, like, I just talked to somebody the other day and she was like, yeah, I miss my ex. And I was like, well, why? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, did he ever take you on dates? No. How long were you together? 3 years or something? I'm like, bro, like, I took them on dates. I, would hang out with them, even if it wasn't like every single day, like at least a couple times during the week. There's never like a week period where I was like, fuck you, I'm working. And I wasn't even like that. If I was working on something, I wasn't like, fuck you. I was like, hey, like, I feel like really focused right now. if you really want to go, I'll go. You know, I love you. And then, you know, but like
Would you
that's
say
the
that's a
pattern.
challenge?
That is a challenge because
You're
it's
on
like
the computer. This girl.
it's like two sides. You know, it's like there's a whole part of me that wants to be in a relationship and share my life with somebody because I know I'm gonna be successful and I think I'm a cool person. But then there's a side of me where it's like I want to pursue my creative ambitions and I don't want anybody to stop me, but I would like somebody that would help me, you know, or not help me, but like be there by my side while I'm doing my work and not change their mind about me, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is better to go through it and talk to them about your ideas rather than having no one, and you're just there like.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then it's like, hopefully my future significant other, my next one is my last one, and that one is like the kind of person that's gonna sit right by my side when I'm working on stuff.
Did you finish Sally's song?
No, we didn't finish it because Sally is the most amazing, talented singer, and I promise by the time a couple people are gonna be watching this video, she's gonna be a star. Like she's gonna be like Beyonce level famous.
I was just thinking about like,
you know, like
just mixing it. And
I
just,
feel
like,
yeah.
thinking about it.
I feel like what's it called? Sally is gonna be like Beyonce level, like Jay-Z level, famous in the music industry, and I already know it. Like I'm 100% aware of it, but I feel like I'm definitely gonna make an album with her, and we're gonna finish it, and it's gonna be gorgeous, and it's gonna take off. But no, I didn't finish that song with Sally.
So what were some factors that you would hate about me? What are some things about me you see and you just don't like?
There's nothing really right away. At first, whenever I became friends with this motherfucker, bro, and it's people like this motherfucker, bro. He already knows what I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
No, it's people exactly like him, and I feel like I'm not like that at all, but maybe a little bit sometimes, but I snap out of it. Whenever, for a long period of time, this motherfucker was always like staring into a random wall, looking all fucking sad, like a sad puppy.
Really?
Like,
That's the first thing that comes.
and I'm like, bro, and I know this motherfucker knows how many times I've told him, bro, stop being fucking depressed.
It's the same thing with you with your lust, though, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but I already got over it. But no, it's not, because he's like, right? And then he goes on his computer.
Maybe a motherfucker be depressed.
No, but he goes on his computer and he listens
Maybe
to...
he's just tired,
He
bro.
listens to a teen suicide song, and then he's like... And then he edits this sad video, and he posts it, and I'm like...
Oh yeah, guess what? Actually, speaking of teen suicide and editing sad videos, so I edit like sad videos and shit because I love it. But he's like, why do you do that? You're supposed to be putting happy. And I was like, nah, fuck you. But guess
Well,
what?
I
Guess what?
understand
Guess what?
now.
Guess what? I posted the teen suicide video. It's my most viewed video.
No, but I understand now,
Right now,
because there's a niche for that. If you're gonna make something and people relate to it, you're gonna have success with that.
I
But
think I'd rather make
also-
something super depressing and sad and have it feel genuine from the heart than.
But not
something-
even like that.
trying to make
It's just
something
like
happy that just doesn't
this
feel like that.
motherfucker would be like, I'm gonna fucking shoot a bullet through my head.
Bro, if I feel like
And I'm like, bro, chill the fuck
it's just
out,
how I
bro.
feel.
Go get your ass up and eat some fruity
Bro,
pebbles or
I'm
something,
chilling.
you know?
I'm just
like,
saying, like, let's just shoot each other.
Like get your bitch ass up and get a
no.
bowl of fruity pebbles or some shit. You know, god damn.
Fruity Pebbles.
Like it's not that hard. I guess it is that hard sometimes, but it's like, bro,
it's not that hard.
it's
bro,
like
I'm
it's just
saying.
so annoying whenever whenever somebody's just like.
Well, how do you feel about people acting that way though?
It's
Yeah, I
like I
remember-
know you can't control it. Like it's a lot of psychology, but it's also a lot of like, damn, bro, stop being a fucking depressed ass loser, bro. Like,
God damn.
like fucking be happy for once. Like try to at least, because
See, you say that, right? But then we see each other again, and then you're like, man, I was in my bed all day.
yes, I know, but he was
couldn't-
like
I
that
couldn't get
every
up.
day. He was like that
couldn't get up
every
and
day,
do it.
all day.
I just.
He was like that every day, all day, bro. And I'm like, bro, snap out of it. Like, do this. And he's like, I'd rather just blow a fucking bullet in my brain. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, dude.
Bro, a man be sad, all right? Shit.
Well, hopefully not anymore.
Hopefully not anymore. Yeah. I don't think so.
I'm
mean,
not.
part of the cold,
I'm just sick right now. I think I have COVID. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Sorry if I give you
Really?
COVID, bro. I'm sorry. I work at the hospital with a bunch of sick people.
What is your favorite pattern of colors to put together?
I like very like pastel colors mixed together, like a light, like translucent pastel green, and like different colors around that, like a little translucent pastel purple, green and purple, like yellow, like pink, bright pink, but like pastel, see-through, stuff like that.
Would you go to the war? Would you get a face tattoo if it meant you had to go to war?
If it meant I had to go to war, if it prevented
Did I ask that question right?
if it prevented me
yeah,
from
if it
going to
prevented
war?
you from going to war.
Yes, I would probably do it anyways, but not right now. I mean, I want to guess. I would do it if
I
it
would go to war, but I can't.
I would get a face tattoo if I thought that it was the right piece and that it probably would make me more attractive, to be honest, you know?
I don't
Like
rock
your
on that.
face tattoo is pretty cute. Like it makes you kind of sexy. You know what I'm saying? I miss Zandon, by the way, bro.
Xana did come over today.
I
was
know
over-
he
look,
did.
his
He got a
beard's right there.
haircut. Oh shit, bro, Zandon.
I wanna take a video of that shit.
Bro, I'm about to hex you, Zandon. Holy shit. No, I'm not. But damn, bro, I might have to keep a piece of Zandon's hair just in case he blows up, you know?
Mm.
Damn, yeah, but I miss that motherfucker. Crazy. He was cool. He was crazy, but he was fucking cool, you know?
If you could replace your hands with anything, what would you replace them with?
What would you replace them with?
Pussy. Duh.
Shut the fuck up. Like, actually, like, physically replace.
Yeah, pussy.
You would want...
You want to do that?
You would want...
I'd put my grandma's skull right there,
Shut
so I could do like a mouth puppet.
Stop! Fuck.
What is that bad?
If I were
You
to...
asked me.
Oh my god, bro. This shit just got real. Nothing, dude. I want opposing thumbs. Dude, how else am I supposed to make my fucking art, you know?
How do you come up with like? Do you struggle with coming up with like the idea of what do you want your art to be about?
Kinda, yeah. It's just like...
Like the concept of it.
Yeah, and I feel like that just takes a little bit of like actually getting a pen and paper and writing a bunch of ideas until one really resonates with you, you know? Because at first I would just kind of make shit and then I'm like, I don't know why I made this. But now it's like I know my goal to impact people, to make a cool image for myself, you know?
You and me need to get out of the USA. We need to leave.
Europe.
Before shit goes down. Do you feel like America is falling?
I feel like everywhere is falling. You just have to be good up here. I could totally look out the window and see the world shattering and I'd be at peace right now. You know?
Okay.
Because we're all gonna have life after this anyways.
How has choosing to do art changed the way? Did it change the way you've seen the world? You see the world, that you view the world?
Actually, yes, because now since I wanna, like, I don't know why, but now I can look at anything. Like, I'll look at, like, everything I'm seeing in my perspective right now. His little Mac, my little glasses, this little microphone, a wallet. Everything just looks so high fashion and beautiful. Like, I feel like everything is beautiful. Like, and you know, sometimes I'll look at stuff, like, whenever I pass by places, I'll look at designs of, like, posters or, like, t-shirt designs and stuff, and I'll think, damn, that is a good design, or that's a good color scheme, you know? So, kinda, yeah. Would you say that? It did.
Yeah. I'd say so.
And I feel like my answers would be a little bit more thought of and everything right now, but I have a crazy migraine.
You have a migraine?
Yes, I've had a migraine this whole time, bro.
You did come in, you said your fucking head hurts.
Yeah.
Wow, what a way to shoot the interview with.
Hell yes. Brother, ain't no sickness stopping me.
Wait, you didn't even, what are you calling your book?
It's not you, it's you.
It's not you, it's you.
Because it's not you.
It's hard to get out your own
It's you,
way,
you
though.
know? It's like you're stuck in your ways, so it is you, but it's like subconsciously you. Like, you have the
Yeah.
power to change.
It's consciously
You have
getting
the
out of the...
power to change,
Gotcha.
you know, your subconscious. But a lot of people just think it is how it is, but it's not. It is however you make it, you know? Like, it is how it is, you know? I suck, I'm broke. If you're broke, get your ass up, go get some money, figure out a way to make some money, invest that money,
But what if
find a
you're-
passion.
What? But I don't know if that holds the same weight for, let's say, a mother who's too depressed to even get out of her own bed to feed her baby.
Well, bro, you have a fucking baby. Get your bitch ass up. Get some Prozac. Get going. Get going, bitch.
Prozac.
Get going, bitch. Like, the world isn't gonna fucking slow down for your period of depression.
Yeah.
It's only gonna speed up. You're gonna blink and you're gonna end somewhere. Hopefully not in a horrible position, but most likely in a horrible position, thinking, damn, you know, and then you'll probably just stay like that the rest of your life. Do you wanna be the kind of person that's gonna get super mentally ill and just be like, and then just die in the same spot, be in the same place forever, or get super mentally ill, acknowledge it, because I know a lot of you motherfuckers acknowledge it by the way you guys be talking to me. I have bipolar disorder, I'm depressed. Like, yes, of course you do. You know, I'm aware of it. I'm not knocking it down, but it's like some bitches will dead ass have bipolar, ADHD, schizophrenic. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, if you're aware of it and you're aware of how it's taking a toll on your brain, fucking.
But that's their only personality trait.
No, but it shouldn't be, because if you don't like the way it feels, then change it. Because you can go and see a psychiatrist. You can go and, you know, try to do something like Google, I'm feeling this way. What are some ways to kind of get past it? Like, for example, I was feeling low energy, fatigued. I Googled, why am I feeling this? Or what are some reasons that can cause this? Diet, unnatural sugars, like gut health. Yeah, I might have to. What are you looking at? Holy shit, bro. Why am I sick or no? Well, I know why. I work at the hospital.
Okay.
But okay, for real though, like, if you don't like the way you're feeling, you don't have to feel like that. You know, there's so many. I know it's hard to get the energy, and it was hard for me to get the energy.
It takes work, man. It takes a lot of work.
It just takes, like,
it takes consistency.
And it takes being aware.
It takes discipline.
It takes being aware. Like, this isn't the position I want to be in, but being aware that there's, you know, I just feel like some people don't think that anything's possible, so like, whatever. But being aware that everything is possible will dramatically change your life. Like, you know, you were taught when you were a kid, if you want to, you can be anything you want to be. But then people are like, well, bullshit. Look at my parents. And that's the thing. The environments that people are in, family-wise, that environments that people grew up in, and the people that people choose to keep themselves around will dramatically have an effect on how your mind perceives what is possible and what isn't possible. Because if you're hanging out, you know, no diss towards anybody, but kind of shade. This is kind of shade. If you're hanging out with the same group of 5 to 10 people, and every time y'all get together, it's like, let's go get fucked up, let's drink, let's smoke, let's do cocaine.
Or you fucking say, come to the studio, because, you know, they're artists, and they come, and then that's all they do is just smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're hanging around all the people that are just like super dependent on drugs and like unemployed, no future plans, nothing, you'll most likely feel more comfortable in that area after a while, and then you'll keep hanging out and you'll be like comfortable because, oh, it's not just me in this spot. But it's like, bro, change your group of friends, because you don't want to be like 25 years old or 30 years old hanging around a bunch of bums that are addicted to drugs, that steal from each other, that are aggressive. But it just happens because you're around all these people, and that's all you know. That's really all you know. You can see stuff online and be like, oh, that's cool, this person went here, or this person just got this job, or just did this with their life. But it's like, but I don't know that person. You have to be around people that inspire you. If you're not, just stay to yourself until you find people like that, because there's so much, you know, baggage on your psychology whenever you get around a certain group of people for a long time, whether it's, you know, whether it's like you're aware of it or not, like you will totally pick up traits of people that you're around.
Yeah.
That's why I try not to go out so much. Like a couple times I will with some people, but I'll know what habits and traits they have that I would not like, and I kind of just do it just to like get out for once.
Do a lot of people hit you up to hang out? Yeah, I figured.
A lot of people text me to fucking hang out. I don't respond to nobody because it's like, I just feel like what's productive about it? Like if it's not us making music or doing something together.
Yeah, because when we went to go pick up these two girls, we left our computers to go pick up girls. We did like the most pointless shit, and we're driving back. I remember you saying like, "What the fuck did we just spend our day doing?" Like,
Yeah, like it's just like.
it's the worst feeling in the world. Like thinking about what you could have accomplished, you know.
But it's like, you know, if that happens and you're like, damn, I could have done something else. There's no reason to stress about what you could have done and what you didn't do.
But I do.
But like, what's it
People
called?
will. People do.
But like, yeah, it's just like, I know where I want to go, and I'll try my best to make every decision I make align with that. Because even just, oh yeah, you know what? Let's go hang out. Let's go do some fuck shit. How is that fuck shit gonna help me grow
Or at least if we
into
do that,
the person I
bring the
want to
damn
grow
camera,
into?
bro.
Yeah,
Take some photos of it.
so that we could edit them and stuff. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of like our mindset of everything.
Well, let me see. What time is it?
gotta
Oh
get
shit!
going.
It's angel numbers.
It's already
111.
111 already.
I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna make it, and even if it's just internally, like just successful because I like the position I'm in. I like the position I'm in right now. I mean, I'm sick. I have a migraine, but that shit's not gonna stop me. I'm not this congested all the time, but I'm gonna go record one of my friend's bands.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
is
do
1 in the morning.
every little instrument and stuff. I have work tomorrow still, but like, I want to try to see how many things I can compact in one day from now on. You know, like I have all these things I need to do and all these skill sets I want to improve, and I'm going to do everything I can, even if I get that feeling like, maybe I'm tired. I'm just gonna push through until I think I should get sleep to be more sharp-minded about my actions, you know?
Yeah.
But with that, I'm Adrian 47, XLVII, owner of XLVII, and I think 47 is gonna change the world in some way. I really think so. I mean, I'm gonna be an icon, hopefully. Or at least, if not me, my brand. Yeah, I'm gonna be an icon.
All right.
Do you think you're gonna be an icon, AddyGoat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bitch. You shouldn't
Yeah.
say no. I'm fucking iconic. I'm cunt. Bro, I'm fucking cunt.
I love that word. All right. Well, I guess that's the end, guys. That's me and Adrian talking.
We already knew each other before this interview, but it was
Yeah.
just fun. I just wanted some content to post, to be honest.
Well, we also never record a conversation.
Yeah, we never do.
Never do.
Hopefully we'll get a natural conversation for once, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll just accidentally be recording. God damn, bro. Hold on. I got a lot of chest hair on this shit.
Here's a lot of chest hair.
Holy shit, bro. I feel like Mr. Krabs.
All right, well.
All right,
I'll see
well,
you
I
later,
love you
everybody.
guys. I love you guys. Keep doing you forever.
All right, bye, everybody.
Hell yeah. I liked it. If you want me to edit it, I'll edit it. But if not, but I might come back for the files if we're not going to edit it. But I really like it. I thought it came out pretty okay. There's so much stuff. I can talk a lot.